24 hours a day. Download now and take $10 off your first app purchase. Happy shopping!
It's got to be the best deal we have ever offered.
Shop today's hottest deals all in one place on HSN's free TV streaming service, QVC Plus and HSN Plus.
This is where it gets very exciting.
Score savings from QVC, HSN, and beyond, and get that thing you need at the price you want.
Wait till you see what you're saving.
Your wallet will thank you. It's all on QVC Plus and HSN Plus. Download the free TV app to start streaming now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome again to HSN. My name is Bobby Ray Carter. Thank you so much for joining me. And get ready, because we are celebrating 30 years here at HSN of J. King. And if you have never shopped with us before, you are in for such a treat. The opportunity to pick up pieces, stones that you have never, ever maybe had the opportunity to shop for before, enjoy. But the prices, insane in this hour. So I'm wearing the very first piece that we're going to tell you about. And this is a markdown for the first time. It is this beautiful Chilean turquoise, and Jay is known for his turquoise without a doubt. And then you can take a look at this, and you can even see this like kind of like a unique matrix, like a gold matrix that runs throughout. From $140, it is marked at $89.98. Beautiful multicolor, and again at item number 9000680, first time markdown on that one. So enjoy, and we'll talk a lot more about how all the pieces are all handcrafted, beautifully designed. But okay, we are flipping out also about the next two pieces. First of all, I want you to take a look at this necklace. This is birthday prices. So this is our early release of birthday prices. This is a necklace we sold for $170. Number one, when you look at this piece, there are actually 5 strands of all of these different stones, from royal blue turquoise to blue lapis to honey butterscotch, chalcedony, red garnet, yellow serpentine, multicolored yellow 7 turquoise, black spinel, all in one necklace. Ridiculous price on this one of only $99.98. So feel free on any of these, because I forgot to mention that many of these pieces are also extremely limited. And we're going to take a look at another one that's coming up a little bit later on in the hour. And if you love anything in these beautiful, soft, gorgeous blues, look at how electric that looks. Well, this is insane. From $129.95, you're getting that pastel blue-green color of the green opal. Then you're also getting your aquamarine. We know how expensive these stones are. $69.98. So that is the very first time that we have marked down the price on that necklace, which is, I know what Jay's going to say. I'm going to share it with you right now. That is a stupid price. I know that's what's going to come. I'm just preparing everybody for that ahead of time.
Well, this whole show, I was looking at it.
And it all falls in that corner. How are you, my fabulous friend?
You know, I'm doing great.
Good.
I mean, yeah. You know, it's, yeah, life is good.
Good.
I've been traveling a lot. I traveled for 2 weeks, and I was, you know, we live in England during this summer.
Right.
I was home exactly one day, and then I had to leave to come here.
Oh, my gosh,
so,
Jay.
Let's just put, I'm not real popular right now.
Yeah. I wonder why. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Well, we're going to jump right in, and we're going to start off with a beautiful piece. You're looking at, first of all, it's almost like you don't need a camera when it's Sleeping Beauty turquoise, right? That beautiful, gorgeous, intense blue, all with your sterling silver. And we have actually both. The necklace today, a great way to start the hour, from $159.95, $79.98, and then the beautiful matching earrings. The earrings, more limited, $49.95. So, and they were $100, Jay.
You know, these are, you know, like, this whole show is going to be like this, guys. But I mean, it's a perfect opportunity to really get some incredible deals. I mean, just unreal. But what I love with these, I actually designed this, is, you know, for anybody who hadn't shopped with us, we're based out of New Mexico, and that's where I grew up. I grew up in the Southwest, in the Four Corners region, actually. This actually, I designed this, and it's kind of like symbolic of New Mexico. It's actually kind of like a modern, contemporary Zia sign, which is the sign of the sun, which is our state symbol. So I did this kind of, when I drew this up, I based it kind of on that. And then I wanted something really unique, really special. So what I did is I used some of the last of the remaining high-end Sleeping Beauty.
Is it really the last?
I don't, you know what, I have very little Sleeping Beauty. And just, well, everybody else does. I mean, you cannot, it's not really out there. The only thing that anybody has, I have some big pieces that I'm just keeping back.
Yeah, you're just going to hang on.
But as far as usable material, everybody really, all they have now is just the smaller material. So that's why when you see Sleeping Beauty, do you ever think about it? You only see, like, maybe they'll have multiple Sleeping Beauty stones, just like we do, but you don't have anything that's really big. The big material is worth incredible amount of money right now.
I can't even imagine what it is. And I hope you're grabbing the earrings to go right along with it, because it's great to be able to have that entire set. So Jay and I were just talking about this. So like for basically 49 years, you had been in your plane, flying around the world, finding us the best of the best. But turquoise is your heart and soul and your love. This is
well, you know, the thing with turquoise is I grew up in the Four Corners region, so I mean, you can't, you're around turquoise. A lot of Native Americans, a lot of the craftsmen. I mean, that would start when I first started making jewelry. The first thing I ever made was turquoise. And so it's, and then so you know, like it's one of my first loves.
And we have cherished that forever. So we're going to show this to you on beautiful Lori, who is wearing this as well. And look, we all love turquoise. We were talking to you about you yesterday because we had a gorgeous cocoa in one of our new DG2 jeans, and anything of that color cries for turquoise. But in this, I love this. And first of all, the price of $79.98. Only not even $50 for the earrings. This is an incredible way to kind of come into J. King if you have never shopped before with Jay, and realize this is a piece that is going to be like a timeless classic piece in your jewelry wardrobe.
Well, actually, you know, too, is the reason that we're doing that, you know, like we're doing these sets, and for us, these aren't, just so you know, you can see it on Lori. I mean, you know, just, you know, to kind of get a scale for how big these are. These aren't little teeny like post earrings or little teeny pendant. It's just smaller size. But we've had a lot of our viewing audience, this is what they're requesting. They just want that touch of color, right? They like the silver presence, but they don't want it to be too big. They just want something, that nice little splash of color, kind of like just like an accent piece. So that's why you're seeing some of these designs like this, is why we're making them.
And a beautiful pop of color when you're talking about turquoise, right? Particularly Sleeping
well,
Beauty.
and not only that,
Sleeping
I mean,
Beauty.
this turquoise is one of the top 12 collectibles that I have in my collection. Of the top 12, this is one of the top 12 collectible turquoises that I have in my collection. And this, just amazing quality of Sleeping Beauty.
And amazing values, but get ready, because that's what you're going to see and experience throughout this entire hour.
This entire hour, you know, Bobby, she was going over, I just couldn't believe what they're doing.
Price is
Excuse me.
Okay, so if you want the pendant, I believe, is the one that is definitely the most limited, right? All right. And if you want, the cuff, I love this cuff. So we only have 5 dozen of these. This is another one of our anniversary surprises for everyone. The cuff was $190. And you know, this is actually from one of your special private gallery collections, Jay, the Sonoma Blue Turquoise.
This is a gallery collection, and this turquoise is just unbelievable. I mean, the clarity and the cleanliness of it. And that cuff is just something that that we made, and they sold out. Really, before we even really showed
exactly.
them. And we had a few of them left.
Yeah, a few. And by the way, the cuff was number 870354 for that cuff. So, I mean, 384 for the cuff. But all right, let's move. This is how fast it's going to be. Customer pick on the bypass ring. So this is another one. And this is Sleeping Beauty. Here she is again. Lowest price that we have ever had. We offered the ring for $149.95, $109.98. And again, I like it. It's a very chic, a very, very like modern look and style. And it's funny, I like anything that's on a bypass or like almost, like to me, it'd be like the asymmetrical world of fashion on the side view.
Look at the size of the cabochon.
That's huge.
That's the thing. Just so everybody knows, on a wholesale level, right, just wholesale, right, not, I mean, just as a manufacturer, wholesale, that cabochon would sell for anywhere between $75 and $80 just for the cabochon. So with no silver, no work, no anything. And I'm not talking retail. I'm talking wholesale. What a manufacturer would buy that for. And that is real unusual, like to get the big, that's a large oval. It's almost like a marquee shape. For that, but for that size, that's what this material is going for. Look at this. It almost, you know, honestly, with this material, this is all AAA grade Sleeping Beauty. With that size of cabochon, it almost looks like it's not real. But that's the quality of it. It is so clean, it is so good that it almost looks like it's not real, but I guarantee you. And it's not dyed, it's not color treated. There's nothing that's done to that other than it's been stabilized so it will remain that color. That color. That is the natural color, but it's not, you know, turquoise is hydrated. If you don't stabilize it, eventually what it will do, because of all the oils or pollution or like you handle it, they'll change colors. And usually what they'll do is they'll either darken up and become a darker blue, or they'll turn green. We don't want that not with Sleeping Beauty. No, when you have your investment. Yeah. So I guarantee you, in 20 years from now, with that's going to be the same absolute gorgeous blue. And by the way, let me just tell you, we have 5 through 12, size 5 very limited, size 12 very limited. But again, and it's 7 by 14 millimeters, the size. That is a massive. If you look at everybody, you know, like right now, you know, like if you've got a 6 by 8 or an 8 by 10, I mean, that's really that's the size of the material. There's just not a lot of material where you can cut these big caps like this. Look at the color. Like I said, we almost don't even need a camera, right? Amazing, amazing. You can. And that is, again, as you said, Jay, huge. And I like that it's a turquoise, almost like a marquise cut. But again, we have, the quantity is in the hundreds. We have great ability for everyone on this. But size 5, size 12 are both going to be the most limited. It's chic. It's very contemporary. Size 11 now is also getting super, super limited. So, and we were limited, I know, in our samples. But go to .com, because this is 4.6 stars at the regular price of $149.95. So you're getting just an amazing value. I happen to love it with the cuff. Don't miss the cuff. The cuff, phenomenal as well. But the opportunity that you have to come into the brand today, as we talk about, and why? Because we're celebrating 30 years of Jay King here at HSN. Did you ever think you'd be here 30 years, Jay? I never thought I would be doing anything for 30 years. But I've been doing this. I've been doing jewelry for 49. But, you know, if you think about it. That's great. Here's what's so crazy about it. You know, like, and it makes you feel in a way old, but my children were in grade school when we started Mind Finds. Now, my grandchildren are in grade school. Oh, so, I'm in the same boat with you right there. Wow. Yeah, that makes you feel a little bit aged. Just a little. But it went fast. Like a fine wine, so much better. Right. Fine wine, absolutely. I'll go with that. No, I think you are the most handsome now. Seriously, you are so handsome. There's something big in your Christmas stocking this year. Oh my God, no, seriously, because I've been with you for 30 years, Jay. You look absolutely amazing, and it gets even more exciting, like what you're doing and bringing us. I mean, the best of the best. You know, the fun thing with Mind Finds, you know, is even my life. I mean, you know, like I have been so blessed with the fact that, I mean, my entire life, I enjoy what I do, but it's like I can't wait to go do it. That whatever I'm doing, the next thing, the next step. And what I like about Mind Finds, it's like you can tune in and know that you're always going to see something new, something different, something that you've never seen before. So I think that's the exciting part.
And very limited in the ring. Again, $40 off. First time marked down on this one as well. And yes, it is Sleeping Beauty. And I think these are the only pieces of Sleeping Beauty we even actually have in the show tonight. 880-041 is your number. So we are going right over to Miss Lori because she is wearing another one of our anniversary surprises. Okay, I have only 100 of these to go around. This is another one that was just marked down. So if you've been on the web, you have not seen this. This is multicolor red jasper. Beautiful drape, as you can see, of 7 different stations that are huge, upwards of 51 millimeters in one of them. We sold it at a price of $159.95, $89.98.
Right. And this is, okay, these are the kind of things that that excite me. If you really go in close on this and you look, when I walked on the studio set and I walked up to this is truly, truly amazing. And this is something that you just don't see out there in the world at all. I mean, it is so that it's a form of jasper, but it's like almost like a fire, like it's on fire. It's really totally incredible.
Because even look against my orange dress, so it picks up,
And every one of them. I mean, but the polish on this, it really is. I mean, it's really an amazing, amazing stone. And that's a crazy value. But the material alone, this is one of those things I found on one of my trips a long, long time ago, and there's probably less than 300 pounds of that is on planet Earth.
Wow.
It was a really, really small bite. And we made a few necklaces, whatever we could make out of that one load.
So I hope everyone got the item number on that. So that's the red jasper. But we are now going to go, all right, let's talk about it. We're going right to the Chilean turquoise. Briefly mentioned it, already incredibly popular. We have a little over 500 only left for the entire country. What's so wonderful about it, if you look at it, you're going to see everyone's going to be a little bit different. You have like a unique gold matrix that runs through this J also. Okay, fabulous price, $140, $89.98 right now, and FlexPay available.
This is, so this is Chilean gold matrix. This is one of the few of the 4 producing turquoise mines that I have right now that are actually getting anything out of the ground. That we were able to get anything last year. We are getting some new turquoises. I'm working on new projects right now. In fact, I just got off working with one just about 2 hours ago on the phone. Here's the thing on this. I love the fact. I really love the fact that they're able and that they're willing to give you that price on this. The thing that I want everyone to know is even our original price on this was an unbelievable, fabulous deal. That is actually, I don't even know if you could buy, that's almost at a wholesale or below a wholesale price. There is no way that you could actually produce this necklace and be able to sell it for that price. This is the real deal. This is Chilean gold matrix. It takes, to make that necklace, takes a little over about 2.5, almost 3 pounds of raw material.
Really?
Now, it doesn't weigh 2.5 or 3 pounds. I'm just telling you, to be able to cut that necklace, that's how much material that you would need to have available in sizes bigger than all the material, the nuggets, or if it's, in this case, it's not nugget material, it's flats, but all the flats have to be thick enough, they have to be bigger than the largest bead on that by at least by 40%.
Ooh, that's a lot of waste.
And well, you lose so much. And anytime you polish something, anytime you cut anything, all it does, that turns to dust. I mean, you don't get anything from it. But if you want something that is, the reason I did this is I had some smaller material, some smaller nuggets. we really didn't amortize the price, the real price of the turquoise material just on the first time that we did this, just so that we could keep the price at just a crazy, what I call a stupid deal for you. So I don't, this is beyond a stupid deal. I mean, there's no way, you will never see the real deal. Nobody in their right mind.
Whatever.
Well, to tell you the truth, I doubt that anybody even has the ability to, we're buying directly right from the mine.
Right.
Right.
That's
We're
the
buying
difference.
directly right from the mine.
Exactly.
And we're buying bulk material and buying directly right there. There's no middleman, nobody in between. We're doing all the labor, doing all the cutting, we're doing all the polishing. Everything is done in-house.
Yeah.
And then we bring it directly here to you. There's really no way. I just want everybody to understand the fact of that is such an incredible, phenomenal deal. But it's just not real. I mean, if I could do that, I would do it all the time, of course, because I want you to get the biggest bang for your buck, right? That's what we do. But it's just really not possible. So this is a very, very special price for a very special material, and this is Chilean material. It comes from a hard rock deposit high in the Andes Mountains, and it's one of the 4 producing mines that we had in 2024.
Really? So, Jay, is there a name for these beads? Because these are very different.
It's a hishi.
Hishi.
Yeah. So they're what I call fat tire hishis.
Okay. That, I understand it better with fat tire.
All right.
You're right.
So like on this, the reason that, like on that, do you know that that's how I started, right? That was when back in the day in 1970.
No, really?
I made my first turquoise necklace in 1974. Is when I made my very first
right?
one. I sold my first turquoise necklace in 1976. And
so cool.
But how, that time my hair was much longer.
Oh, do we have a photo? I want to see that.
Well, I look like Gilda Radner with a cowboy hat. But
that's a visual.
No, really. Okay, you know who Gilda Radner is, okay? So, Rosanna Dana. So here's how you make these, right? And you do that hishi. So you take it, you block it up. Think about this. You take the turquoise, you make it all in blocks. Then you take a drill. At that time, we just had a regular drill. We didn't have diamond Dremels and stuff. And so you have to be really careful. You drill that hole in it. And then you took piano wire and you strung it on piano wire, strung it up. And then so you had all these chunks. So all these chunks of turquoise there. And then you had a flat lap. It's a rotating wheel that has water on it. And you go back and forth like this. And you put pressure, and that's how, you see how they're tapered?
Right,
and they go down. Okay, so when you want to make them thinner, smaller, you put more pressure.
Pressure on it.
When you want to make them wider, you leave it open.
That's
and
crazy.
when it comes off the wire, it'll be just like that. And believe it or not, you still make them that same exact way.
That's
and then
amazing.
It's finished off in rounds. So you've got that beautiful hishi here, but it's not hishi all the way up. So it actually wears better and it's more comfortable.
Very, very, very special piece. And I thank you. We have about 400 left, so please do not miss out on that. I love the story. See, that's what's great when you shop. Now, if someone comments, "Oh, I love your necklace," you can tell them the whole story. You can share with them.
Well, the thing is too, if you've got the real deal.
Yes.
I mean, there's so much fake turquoise out there now.
Oh, exactly. Okay.
I love this.
We have what? Oh, the ring, the ring, the ring, the ring. Okay, there's only 6 dozen remaining of the ring. I've been wearing this ring. This is so gorgeous. Oh, first of all, is it Alicia turquoise?
This is Alicia turquoise.
Okay, perfect.
Even the turquoise, this is from my private collection. You can't even buy this material. This material's well over 20 years old.
Is it really?
It's combined with Australian pink oak, and that's a beautiful east to west design. Very, very couture.
Oh my goodness. And again, the value from $150 to $89.99. 5 through 12, I believe we had all of the sizes available. That was item number 873422. And by the way, you can watch, you can shop, you can stream anywhere. And I love this because so many of us are watching television, whenever we want to, wherever we are. So definitely stream HSN as well. Obviously, QVC as well too. But you can watch a lot of the different shows, certain brands, and check in with all of your favorites as well. So shop with us anywhere you stream. Okay, here's what I'm going to say to everyone out there. Don't stop or don't pass go. Just start dialing. This is honestly one of the most extraordinary pieces, and I know we're limited in samples, so I wish I had one I could put on. I have never seen anything like it. This is such a work of art, Jay. And we'll tell you more. It is birthday priced. It's the first time we sold it for $170. It is $99.98, and I don't remember how many we have. I don't think it's that many, but we literally have 7 different types of stones, all in this one. Now, you know, I look at it and go, that will go with everything in my wardrobe.
When I first saw this, and I asked Bobby, I said, what are they going to sell it for? And she told me, I just got quiet.
He did.
I said, you got to be kidding me. Okay, I want you to think about this. Okay, so think about this. I designed this. This is really a treasure trove. It's a trip around the world. Right. So you've got seven different natural materials from 6 different countries and 4 different continents. Wow. Okay, so you've got the middle stone there, the middle material, that is Madagascar. That's a red garnet, natural red garnet. And then you go into butterscotch chalcedony. That material, again, very, very tough to find. Then you're going into royal blue turquoise, which is that real high blue. That material, okay, the royal blue is the second most expensive turquoise that I have in my inventory. Second most expensive.
Because it looks very similar to Sleeping Beauty.
It has that, this is very, very hard, and that's a natural high blue. Those are just the smaller nuggets, is why we put them in there. And then you've got lapis. Lapis. It goes on up. You got yellow opal.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, goes on up. And then we go into black serpentine.
Right, can you see that? Let me just drop that down so you can see that.
So that's, it's not black serpentine, it's black spinel from Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's big spinel. And then you've also got, there's also at the very, very top, there's another turquoise, it's called yellow 7. See the very, very top there? On the beads. So so on top of the yellow opal, that's another China turquoise. That's yellow 7. So you've got seven different materials from 6 different countries, 4 different continents.
Oh, it's flying. No surprise.
Well, this is, think of this. Okay,
are you going to be okay?
Well, no.
I know this
happens. So it goes from 16 inches. Okay, think about this. 16 inches down to, I believe, about 26 is for that furthest necklace down there. Do the math. You've got 5 strands. They're selling it for just less than $100. Yeah. So that means even if you round up and just do the math, that's $20 a strand. Do you really think you could do that for $20 a strand? Do you really think you could make those for $20 a strand?
You're so excited, Jay.
But you can't.
And
then that doesn't include
real gemstones.
Think about the finding.
The findings,
the sterling silver finding. On top of that, if I told you what that would cost, then you just go, what? That doesn't really make a lot of sense. And to tell you the truth, no, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
It doesn't, but I'm so happy for anyone getting it.
But it's, when I first saw this, and then Bobby told me the price, I went, God, you got to be kidding me. And then that is like a phenomenal deal. But what I love, I designed that for a reason. And the great thing about doing what we do is that we have these kind of materials to work with, right? I mean, that's the biggest thing. Yeah. Think of what you would have to do. How I obtained that is I went to 6 different countries. Okay, 6 different countries, 7 different mining operations on 4 different continents.
Okay, gas alone for the plane.
Well, I don't fly the plane. In my plane, that would be a long flight. Okay, I do have to go commercial.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a Gulfstream. But I have to tell you, but if you just think what went into that, to be able to get it. And all those materials have to come from all those different countries. I mean, just the logistics of being able to do that. It's not like I just walk down to the corner and say, you know what, I'm thinking about doing doing these 7 materials. Can you give me this much of this much of this? It doesn't work like that. You got to put it all together.
And then the amount of stones you had to buy, right?
To do it and then stock it. And then, you're putting that rough material. Wow. So this really is, I have to tell you, we've been trying to replace rainbow calsilicon now for what, about 15 years.
Long,
20,
many years.
You know,
exactly.
like, I still have people calling me up and say, I know
Yes,
you
I
still
bet you
got
do.
some. Yeah, can you make it? I'm like, no, I can't.
Where is it?
But this multicolor, you know, that multicolor, multi-gems is so popular right now.
And honestly, so there's now only about 800 left. It is wildly popular. Please do not miss out at 900-812. And remember, again, you have a 30-day return policy. Goes along with everything. You have flex pay on each and every one. But this deep, intense, like impassioned variety of gorgeous color and all of the different stones. But literally, like Jay said, this is a journey around the world.
It truly is a journey around the world. And the great thing that I love is, you know, you get it home, you open it up, and I tell you, if you like it here on air, I guarantee you, when you open it up, I think you'll be even, I will say, I think you'll be more surprised.
I think so too.
I'm looking at them just here, natural light.
No, they're so
And then the
gorgeous.
camera, in this case, is doing a good job, but it's not doing it justice.
No, I think so too, because when we look down at it, first of all, from the spinel to the, okay.
This is beyond Steve.
All right, so we should probably almost leave them side by side because we're going from one stupid deal to another even more. Can I just leave him right here, honey? I'm going to leave him there. Even crazy. First of all, look at how that literally jumps off the screen.
Glows. Look at the
It does. It's like this inner glow, the beautiful pastel blue green color of the opal, and then the gorgeous aquamarine. First of all, this is hands down, I'm going to tell you, this is the best deal. At $69.98, you know, we sold this for $130. And I've never seen this piece before, Jay. I don't know where it's been hiding.
This, you know, like, I don't even remember. I remember making this, but I really don't remember us really ever showing it.
No.
And, well, we didn't have that many left. The reason they're doing this is that it's not like we have oodles and boodles of them, right? But this is, even this, okay, so the green is an opal, a green opal from Tanzania. The aquamarine is from Mozambique. But this aqua, if you look at this, this is really kind of almost like a gemmy grade aqua. it's a beautiful aqua.
And aqua's so
look
expensive.
look at the clarity on this, but the color, but look at the translucency of it. It's really clean. It's not cloudy. It's not milky. It's got a real clean, and it goes back perfectly to this green opal.
They're the perfect marriage, these two stones. Are they?
And then, okay, I'm not even going to talk about the price. Because, I get irritated. But I'm just telling you, right there, if you know, these materials, and again, both of these materials, I just want you to know, both of those materials are not inexpensive, right? These are very pricey materials. That green opal is one of the more expensive common opals that I buy. And it's because of the cleanliness of the opal material and the clarity of the color. The aqua, you know, like when you go in most jewelry stores and you're going in, you'll see, you know, just go look. I mean, sometimes I have a lot of friends in the jewelry business, okay? So I go into their stores, usually just to give them a hard time, you know, see what they're doing.
No, not you.
Or something to irritate them. But I go in and, you know, and nothing for nothing. I mean, they're selling, you know, just aquamarine post earrings. And they're selling it for like, you know, $200, you know, and that's all you're getting. I mean, it's just, you know, and the aqua, yes, it's nice aqua. It's the same as this, a nice blue. But in most cases, and I'm not taking anything away from it but in most aqua, a lot of what you see has been enhanced, right? And the enhancement process sometimes costs more than what the raw materials does. But usually what it is, some form of heat treat, either an oil or they'll do a low level radiation, they'll radiate it, or they'll just heat it in an oven. There's different ways they can enhance, but that's how they get this color. That's how they would get that color, is actually heated. That is a natural aqua. I get that and this opal, I get it directly right from the mining resources. We're buying directly from the people that are taking out.
In many cases, I mean, aquamarine's right up there with the diamond. They're some of the most expensive stones.
Well, aqua is, you know, classified as semi-precious, but it's in the beryl family, which is in the same family that the emerald is.
Okay, so let me just tell you, if you are thinking about this, you need to be on the phones now. Okay, it is. We just already a couple of hundred have been spoken for. There's about 400 left to go around at this amazing birthday price. And I love that we're giving you, like I said, that little sneak peek or preview of these amazing birthday prices. I look at this and I'm telling you, regardless of what you're wearing, you could be wearing just a crisp white shirt, you can wear in a tank top, you could be wearing a gown. The color, and I know it because it's coming across on the screen. You know, we talk about not really needing a camera. It is electrifying. It is the most magnificent blend. I have never, ever, like I said, I've never seen it before. As Jay said, we don't even remember when we've had this on the air.
And we have, okay, so we have more quantity on this than I don't know if this isn't a mistake. Because I don't ever remember showing this.
Wow,
and it's too big of a quantity for .com.
Yeah,
so it's not
right.
something. So a lot of times when you come on here, you see something that's just like incredible, and then they do a price, and then it turned out it was .com, and we made like 24 of them for .com. This has quantity. I think this is a really big mistake. I think this is a new piece. I don't remember. I remember making it, but I don't ever remember airing it. I really don't. I'm serious. I don't remember ever.
Yeah, I know.
airing
I have never seen it.
This necklace.
We don't want them to know that. Change the price in the middle of it. Are you kidding?
Well, we're telling a few people.
Yeah,
right
we are.
It's like, shh, keep this a secret. Yeah, I'm just between you and about how many million people.
And we literally have hundreds and hundreds of people that are calling. Honestly, at $69.98. We're down now to like 300. So they're jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping. And, you know, my gosh, a piece, because of the colors, I think this is going to work if you're going for fashion, like with anything at all that you're wearing.
You know what's really cool?
Tell me.
I actually remember the day that I designed this.
You do?
Putting these two materials, the way I design is I sit down, I've got all the rough materials surrounding me that we have. They're all in their place and they're all done by groups. But when I start out in the morning, everything's just clear. I'm very organized. To the point where I drive people crazy, right? I like that. But then I start designing and I start putting materials together and then a sketch, and that's how I work. But then by noon, it looks like a bomb went off. But I will tell you, before I go home,
yes, it's neat again.
Everything is back in its place. Because I hate that. You know,
like
if you're in my opinion, like when you have clutter, then it's confusing.
Yes, it is
so
disruptive
it's okay
for
to
life.
clutter it up, but you've got to clean it up.
Clean it up. Okay, let me just tell you, this was not supposed to be in our hour.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't. This was just something off the thing. I thought that we just had just a few left, but we don't. So this is something in these quantities is something we've never ever shown before.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, well over a couple of hundred spoken for, probably more than that now. And you have two. Okay, now we're down to a little over 200 left. That it will be a complete sell. Oh, we started with 600. You must be right, Jay. that it was new.
It was brand new.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's just brand new. I just don't think that, I don't know how it slipped in there. They would never do this. I mean, this is like a clearance price. So why would you do a clearance on something that's brand new?
Maybe a special treat for coming up to PA,
well,
right?
I think that they're moving around a lot of stuff right now.
And they're probably looking and going, what? $69.98? No way. Okay, it is. Write the number 900-830. Do not hang up because we'll make sure you get yours before it's completely sold out. And pink tourmaline necklace.
I love this.
Okay. This is so gorgeous. We have only 400 of these to go around. And we have the matching bracelet also that's coming up right after this. This is a launch. And actually, Lori has both. She's showing you the necklace. And there's I read this almost like 515 stones in this, Jay.
There's 515, 3 to 3.5 millimeter faceted round beads on this, and then they weave it. And I always say a picture's worth 1,000 words. On Lori, that's worth 10,000 words, so I'll shut up, okay? But here's what's really special with this material, okay? This is a material that I get out of Madagascar. It is very, very unusual to get tourmaline that is just solid pink like this. It's a real rare occasion. I will tell you right now, I have brought this on air. I just didn't bring any specimens with me this time since it was our first time up north here. I can show you in one hand pink sapphire rough, and in the other hand, the rough for that pink tourmaline.
Yeah.
I bet you can't tell the difference.
No kidding,
It almost
Jay.
looks like pink sapphire.
Ooh, okay. Well, I know we're moving quickly, but you can always go to .com to catch any of the items if you missed them. But you ready for another one? Okay. This first time ever marked down. What is it? First time on the air?
No. But the first time, this is one of. I don't remember showing this, but we could have. But I don't remember. This right here is one of the very few times, maybe actually the first time I've ever combined these two natural materials.
Is that right?
This is. I don't ever remember combining lapis and Larimar. So usually when I do Larimar, I just have Larimar. I have done Larimar in turquoise, like high blue turquoise. Looks lovely.
Yeah.
But I think this is probably one of the only times that I've combined these two. And you got this AAA grade lapis and that beautiful Dominican Larimar.
There we go.
Just such a beautiful color contrast.
Stunning. And I look at this immediately, and I'm a DG2 girl, obviously. Denim. Well, with your chambray, your mid-tone, your indigo. Perfect. And marked from $180 to $89.98. So another. And, you know, you still, even with these crazy birthday prices, you still have 30-day return policy. So tell me a little bit about the Larimar, because I haven't really seen a lot of Larimar.
Well, you know, Larimar is a one source raw material. It comes out of the Dominican Republic. There's one big deposit, one big mine that is, you know, from what I hear, I haven't been down there in a while. From what I hear, they're starting, you know, it's in like a little valley, like a kind of a canyon. And so they keep going down deeper and deeper and deeper. And so they've kind of trenched it. When you go down, when you mine, and when you're going down a steep slope like that, they have to cut back into the mountain. They have to do what they call benching. And, you know, like if you ever see, like when you see big open pit copper mines, you know how there's like, it looks like they step down, step down, step down, step down.
Yes.
That's what they call benching. And the reason that they bench is if something breaks loose from the top, it only rolls down to the next bench.
Oh, so it's easier to catch.
Right. It doesn't roll down all the way to the bottom, right?
Got it.
And so when you're digging in the bottom, and that's where you're mining, and you have it benched, and something comes off that, so you know, it's becoming, from what I hear, I haven't witnessed it, but from what I hear, it's becoming a safety issue. So I really don't know how much material is coming out. Also, in 2016, the Dominican government made it to where the only way you can't export the raw material, the rough material, unless it's polished. Why? I don't, you know, it's just so that what it is. So now they have all these people, all they do is take the rough material and they polish the rough or tumble the rough.
I don't understand
so
why.
I think it's to provide jobs.
That's awesome. You're right. That's probably why.
I think that's what the idea. But all it did was increase the cost of the raw material.
Of the raw material, exactly. And again, you can see how beautiful this looks on Lori. And yes, she is wearing denim. I love that.
Okay, love that. But look how don't you like the color block on this?
I do. I love it. I love the color block. I love that, you know, juxtaposition of the brighter stone again with the lapis. And we have a pretty good quantity in this one for everyone. But anytime where you can get these beautiful, bold, the brilliant, you know, contrast of colors like this, and so unique. Oh, listen, I have pieces from Jay, from you, sir, that I've bought for, 30 years.
Do you know people do you know what's amazing?
What? Tell me.
Well, and okay, one of the exciting things about doing this as long as I do, and it's we've just had so many loyal fans and viewers, and I really do appreciate it. We couldn't be here without you, but wholeheartedly, I'll have people send me photos of their collections.
Oh, I love it.
And you know, there's a lot of folks that have been buying from me. They have pieces I had forgotten that we even designed, but they also have materials in their collection that are no longer available. I mean, there's just not possible to even get it. So I think that is really,
that's where this piece will
one
fall,
of the
right?
Cool things.
Yeah.
Well, this is
or
something
like the aquamarine.
You know, like this is something that is really something I haven't done. You know, I'm looking at it now, and I don't know why I didn't combine these before, but we did. You know, I just think it's a really different look.
I think so too, and I think it's great, and I know that you have a clock that is up on the screen, and enjoy, like the birthday prices. We're getting ready to kick off our birthday very soon. I don't even know what the date is today. I think we're close to the end of the month, but we're like, it's like Vegas here, right?
Okay, so tomorrow's the 30th.
Tomorrow the 30th?
Tomorrow's the 30th.
Oh, wow. And that's 30 days, half September, April, June, and November, right? From elementary school.
Okay, you know what? You're dating. Okay, I know that song too. But you're dating us.
That's right.
I don't even know if they do that anymore.
They probably don't do that. Well, you know what? They should.
They should. They should do that.
I love it.
You know, I still do the same thing. I sing that song.
I sing that song all the time. Oh, good, I'm not alone. All right. So definitely stay there. 900-457 is your number there for that one. But I know we're getting ready again to be moving right on into our next. But we have to remind you, I am so mad I didn't buy this before the show because we started off with, we had 630. Holy cow. 80 left. Oh, my goodness. All right. 80 remaining. The final 80 left at only $69.98.
And, you know, look at that on Lori, though, too. Look, you know, like it's not any little small, but you know what I love on it? I just, the color contrast of it. And it's just, and here again, this is semi-precious, but it's kind of gemmy grade aquamarine. And then I will guarantee you that is that opal, that Tanzania green opal like that, one of the more expensive opals, common opals that I have.
Wow. Okay, so that, needless to say, that obviously will be a complete sellout. So
look at the quality of this.
Oh my gosh, this is another one that we were waiting to get to. The lapis ensemble, right? So where you can choose either the ring, and our sizes are always 5 through 12. But you're right, Jay. Look at the color.
Okay, the color of this lapis that you're looking at here, we had a whole set. Okay, so this was part of our gallery collection. We had a necklace, we had a beautiful cuff bracelet. And then this is the last of the earrings and the last of the rings that we had. These are all individually hand fabricated. I'm telling you right now, guys, this is the grade of lapis. This is out of my private collection. This is all. There's not a single piece of this that is not AAA grade lapis. This is the highest grade. This is the quality of material that they only normally you would only see in gold. You would only see in this 14, 18, or 22 karat gold. You would never, ever see this in silver. This is like, when you see lapis that looks like this in silver, I guarantee you 98% of the time, it is usually they've done something to them, done some kind of color treat or something like that. They've taken low-grade denim lapis or something that they've treated, and they'll set it. This is from my private stock. This is hand-selected. This is less than 5%, maybe even less than that, of all the lapis that I've ever purchased in my life is this quality. Gosh. This is the top grade. And when you see it, you can tell why. I mean, it is
look at it against the orange yet.
Well, and just the color of it, the clarity of it, and also if it does have anything in it, you can actually see the lazuli, which is the iron pyrite, either the gold or the silver flecks. In this case, it's gold. So it's the same thing as full gold. If you got it, but look how it facets. When you get this home, you'll see it is like that cobalt blue. I mean, and you can see the lazuli there. You see, did you see the little gold flashes? Okay, what that is lazuli, and that is a gold iron pyrite. It can also be silver, but that is indicative of super
there you
high
can see
grade.
it. You can really see it there.
Super high grade lapis.
And even the find. Let me just turn it around because I love when you can be as impressed from the back as the front. Like beautiful findings on this. So, only 200 earrings to go around. That's it. 200 in the earrings, again, $79.98. The ring, we have 200 in the ring, so very limited. Now, the ring, right now we only have 6 through 10 are the sizes that we have left in the ring. And it's so comfortable, Jay, also. And a nice
and
wide
I'm sitting here looking at it, okay, and look, okay, do you see that?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, then you can see it, right.
Okay, do you see the gold flecks?
Yes.
You see the gold flecks that are in there? So that is the lazuli. and that is indicative of really super high. And so that's the light's not really doing it justice. But if you when you get this home, you'll see it is a cobalt blue, and then it has the gold flecks that are inside.
You could really see them as you move it, Jay.
Okay, this comes out of my private stock, and this is the really AAA grade material that I have. And this is material that I've picked up over the years.
So this gallery collection, do you have do you have more surprises?
The gallery?
Like in the pieces that you have that you're bringing out of your private collection for us?
Well, like, you know, I have a mentor that, I say this, but then I also, I regret saying it sometimes because people think, oh, he doesn't show us the good stuff. But I had the mentor that I had. You go through everything that comes into our shop. All goes through the same process, right? It's graded by size first, then by color, then that color by grade.
Right.
The top, 1% of any material that you get. In most cases, what I do when I see that, or if I have it, I stash it away, put it back, I put it back, put it back. And then, so a lot of times when you're done with a material, the only thing you have left is maybe like 20 keys or 100 keys or whatever, but it is like the most phenomenal of all the material you ever got. And that's what this in this case. This is the highest grade of lapis that I ever obtained.
Well, you can tell because so many times it's almost dark.
Well, this,
right, that you don't see anything of the blue, or you certainly don't see the gold pyrite.
What really makes it precious, or makes it really expensive, is the fact there's two things here. Number one, it's that cobalt blue color solid, and then it's got the lazuli.
Yes, look at that. You can see it.
That's inside of it, right? That's encased inside of it. That's like kind of that midnight star type of effect to it.
Yeah.
But when you facet that, but it's the color, the outstanding color, the solid cobalt blue, no white, no black, no streaking, all pure, all perfect.
And so there's like half sold out of the earrings, half sold out of the ring, like 100 left in each one. 086635. That is your number there, so feel free. Get it while you can, absolutely. And this is a quick little 100 only available in this amethyst and ametrine necklace. And the ametrine is a combination of amethyst and citrine.
It's a natural combination of amethyst and citrine. They're both quartzes, right? So citrine is yellow, and then amethyst is, of course, more of the purple color, right? But they're both what they call colored quartzes. So ametrine is Mother Nature's natural combination of both the amethyst and the citrine together, both colors. So you've got regular Zambian amethyst, and then you have ametrine from Brazil, which is it's purple and yellow. So it's the citrine color and the purple.
And Mother Nature did that.
Mother Nature did that, and that is another very rare phenomenon.
I love that. Okay, well, you are very rare, Jay.
Well, I'm a phenomenon.
Exactly. Okay, we have one final piece, and I can't even speak, because when I saw this, I literally flipped out. First of all, you need to know, at $500, it is a huge customer pick at hsn.com, right? Customer pick, $500. We have it right now, $349.98. Not even sure how many or how few of these, I should say, that we have to go around. But this is also from your exclusive gallery collection.
Okay, this is a gallery collection. This is also goes back to our Southwest roots. Okay?
Yes,
all of us,
so does.
We're all from New Mexico, right? So all the designers, we all, our family, our designing family. And here again, I didn't design this, but this is something that is something I would design. I mean, this is kind of the look that I used to go for. This is not Native American, okay? It's not Native American handcraft, but it's more of that Southwestern flair, right? It's really kind of, you know, like with all of us now and then. When I saw this, I kind of fell in love with it because it's like contemporary Southwest, but it's a really just a unique feel to it. And in this case, I used Campitos turquoise. It is not the blue ice, but it did come from the Cananea area, and it is from the Campitos mine. But it's some of the material that I had that wasn't the real clear blue. It's more like a bluey green. It's kind of like a blue green tealy, and also it has more of a caramel matrix in it. It doesn't have the pyrite.
Wow, Jay, but
isn't that beautiful?
Every one of those stations.
Okay, and every one of these are hand stamped. Again, it's got that kind of, they're all created by hand. They're all made from sterling silver sheet material. I mean, they're really, this is what I consider kind of like wearable art.
Absolutely.
But this is something very kind of more of a contemporary Southwest look. And it's something that, to tell you the truth, the silver presence, the stone presence on this is something that, to be honest with you could dress up or you could dress down.
Yeah.
You could really dress up with this.
I think like with what you're wearing, right?
Especially out in my neck of the woods.
Yes.
You know, where I grew up and where I live, this is something that if you walked in to an event and you had that on, they would think that you spent a lot of money.
I was going to say, when we were in Sedona, and that one little area that had like a lot of little shops, this would have been well over $1,000.
Well over $1,000.
Well
yeah,
over
well over $1,000. One of my favorite airports to land at, by the way, Red Rocks. It's built into the side of the mesa.
It's the coolest place.
Is that the coolest? You know, I love Sedona. I really do.
Oh my gosh.
Except in the summer, it gets.
It's a little hot.
Yeah,
it's
a little toasty.
hot. But it's so But I mean, and look at how stunning that looks on Lori. And again, with anything you're wearing.
Well, if you look at it, so you could dress casual, you could have this on. But this is the kind of thing, can you imagine? If you're going out, you're going to a special event, you kind of, you know, you're dolled up, you're really kind of, you know, dressing up. This is the kind of thing, if you wear this in, if they don't know your secret, they're going to think that you paid a lot of money for this. Again, this is, it's a contemporary Southwestern type look to it. It's all real.
Stunning.
Look at the amount of silver presence in this. Look at just the cabochons, the stone presence. And again, these are all cut from that natural Campitos material. It's not Campitos blue ice. It is Campitos though. And that material is not inexpensive. And again, this is material that I don't even know. I don't even know if you could buy it. The only way that you can get it that I'm aware of is to have it from people like me that collected it years and years ago.
Exactly. Right. And again, you know, this one, you can go to the web, you can read those reviews because it's customer pick at the $500 price. And I think what's so cool about the reviews is, like, we don't filter them, right? So whatever you say.
No, yeah.
They're there.
And actually, I want to hear what you have to say. I mean, we can't learn. We do read and take to heart, if you, also, we love it when you give us ideas. I mean, so a lot of these designs are inspired by our viewers' ideas. So a lot of the great things, that finding right here that I've had for 25 years now, that was inspired by our viewers. I never would have come up with that. I won't even say, that's really not fair to say that I came up with it. Brian did. I'll take credit for it.
But still, why not?
But,
why not?
Yeah, sorry, you got a big head. So here's the thing. That was viewer inspired. So we always love to hear what our viewers have to say.
Oh, we do. These are so funny because we talked about that with DG2 yesterday, that many of what we do, designs, are inspired by the viewers. So we love it. We love your ideas.
But also, Diane, a long time ago, and I'm talking like 15 years ago or whatever, and I was doing this show, and Diane was just getting off, and I asked her, I said, so Diane, what's up with no skinny jeans for the guys? You know what I mean? And to this, at that time she told me, she goes, I will make a line of skinny jeans for the guys, but she's never done it.
Oh, still waiting.
I got a lot of cowboy friends. We could use some skinny jeans.
That's right. They're way better with the boots. Way better with the 896-504, about 150 left. That's it. Jay, I love you.
Okay,
so much fun.
love you too. Thanks, Bobby.
Are you done?
No, I've got, Adam, we got 2 hours coming up, 7 to
Good.
9, and then I'm gone for 3 weeks to maybe even a month.
Why?
Yeah.
I miss you.
You get rid of me.
You need to go home, though. You gotta spend more than one day in England.
I'm coming back to our house here, but so, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. We love
see
you.
later.
Thank you. That's
Cheers.
Nakery
Cheers, guys.
coming up next. Stay tuned.
Starting off our 48th birthday celebration this year with a splash, which means thousands of birthday deals. Join the party with perfectly priced treasures, delicious daily offers, and party-sized surprises. From big birthday savings to spectacular guests, we've packed it all in just for you. It's where the party pops and the deals sizzle. Don't miss our 48th birthday party premiere now through Tuesday.
Cue the fireworks. It's HSN's July 4th celebration. Dive into red, white, and blue weekend packed with sizzling summer savings. Shop our biggest brands and festive finds from outdoor, home, kitchen, and fashion. But wait, on July 4th only, we're lighting up your day with not one, but 4 today's specials. Plus, it's our birthday, so celebrate with nonstop fun all weekend long. Shop the celebration starting Wednesday.